Today, bro, we're looking at the new Manc Junipers. First impression of this shoe, I mean, online they looked great. You know, they were cool looking, they're dark, you know, I prefer plainer type colour shoes, it's fair to say. I thought, yeah, these look quite a good shoe, decent looking, you know. Nice toe box there, back on there. All good signs thus far. Again, the speckled bit that I showed you on the Pegasus. So yeah, I thought I'll give these a purchase. Didn't try the other reviews, it would be fair to say, and have a look at them and see what the people thought, but there wasn't any on there, so hopefully I'm kind of one of the first to try and go through these. So yeah, I mean, there's a bend in it, there's a bit of a give in there. The support, you know, it's not as good as the Pegasus, dare I say. It does look as though it's going to be more of a hard packed trail shoe, rather than one of these long endurance type ones that give you a bit of spring, a bit of bounce, as I've mentioned before. So yeah, they kind of look for a bit flatter shoe, to be quite frank. The undersole, you know, just fairly decent enough grip there. That comes in a little bit. And then we get to the arch. Now, I'll show you when I run these, but this arch comes way in. I don't know if you can see it there, on the shoe itself, but it comes right in, so it's right up against your foot and your arch there. So I don't know if you like that kind of shoe yourself, but and then it gives you a wide area around the toe. So it's a bit of a strange fit, I would say. On the top of it, again, it looks a bit, you know, it's not as neat and presentable as I've seen shoes. It looks as though they've been, you know, fastened too tight, but that's not the case. So yeah, it's not the prettiest looking shoe I've seen after getting it in the flesh. So I guess the only thing to do now is kind of try it on the trails and you know, see how it holds up, basically. A couple of miles in on the Junipers, mostly road up to now, to be fair, and I think my legs can definitely feel that it's been a couple of miles on a road as well. I mean, as I said at the start of the review, when just unboxed them, I think they're kind of a flat pack shoe, which were, you know, for different surfaces up in the road. Now, if you're like some of my friends who like Vivo type shoes, the barefoot ones, then you know, these aren't bad shoes. You can feel a lot that's going on the ground, especially on the road, and I no doubt on the trail when I hit them in a bit, but you know, they're not a terrible shoe, but I like a bit of cushion in mine, a bit of spring, and yeah, I'm not really getting that much of them in it. And the arch bit, where I said, it kind of closes in on that feel as well. So, you know, not great at the moment. On the trails now, quite hard and packed. You know, the tracks has been basically ramblers and whatnot, and it's quite bumpy. And just what I wanted to see out of the Junipers, really, because everything I suggest they're kind of doing at the moment. I'm feeling quite a bit of it underneath my feet. I like a bit of cushion, so I like to be able to ride some of these lumps and bumps and stones and whatnot. Here you do feel quite a bit of it, to be honest, but you know, that's just a preference. Of the fields, not too bad actually. Of the fields, is because the grass is quite springy anyway, kind of gives you that lift that you need, but otherwise I think my legs would have been slightly dragging. So final thoughts on the Junipers, having just run around 7 or so miles in them. I'm a little bit puffed out, I'll give you that. I think at the start of the program I kind of said what I thought the shoe was. They are a fast shoe that are quite hard packed. Now, you know, without kind of any innuendo, I like a bit of bounce in mine rather than being flat as a pancake. But you know, some people don't. Some people like the feel of underneath the ground, right underneath their feet, and if you do like that, then that's great. These have, I may be slightly exaggerating, they have got a bit of cushion in them, so they're not terrible, but you do feel a lot more when you're running in them. And yeah, that's kind of why I prefer a little bit more cushion in mine. But you know, overall, Junipers, they're a decent enough shoe. I tried a bit of a pace test on them as well, see how fast they were. Now, it wasn't an expected test, but unfortunately for me, I ran into a field with a couple of bulls, so I did get to test them out in that degree, and yeah, they were quite nippy through the fields, more so they needed to be. So yeah, they're overall, it's up to you really. If you like that type of shoe, then give it a whirl. It might not be your first choice pair of shoe, it could be a second, but for the price point that they're at, I think they're retailing in at around between 55 and 70 pounds. They're not a terrible purchase, to be fair. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed the Manc trailer, reviewing the Nike Juniper trail shoe. See you next time.